It's time for a Zora Theory, so let's fast travel to Zora's domain. Death Mountain? No, let's try that again. The desert? This place is way too dry for me, bro. Come on, Sheikah Slate, let's try that one more time, yo. On top of a Phoenix? We ain't in Phoenix. Ganon, but I'm just a boy. We made it, finally. Zora's... What's good, my people? In this one I'll be attempting to find out just how long an average lifespan is for the Zora. We know they live a long time compared to the other races since they actually remember Link after his 100-year slumber. None of the other three races seem to remember at all. Now let's bring up Prince Sidon. We know he is Mipha's brother. However, is he younger or older? Well, let's take a look at some dialogue regarding the past. I was only a child then, so I did not know it myself at the time, but it is so. I grew up hearing my father tell stories, some of which were about my sister's undenying love for a Hylian named Link. Since he said he was just a child, then we can infer that he is indeed younger than Mipha. But Sidon was around during this time. He was just very young. I would conclude that he is just over 100 years old, which is actually a prime age for a Zora, since when you first enter the domain, you're able to ask a guard how old she is. Let's just say I'm less than 100 years old. Can't you tell? This would mean she either just reached the 100-year mark or she's about to. So she's slightly younger than Sidon. Alright, we'll get back to the Zora guards. But for now, let's focus on the two lovers. The Zora named Finley and the Hylian named... Susan? It's a dude. To bring this couple together, you have to go to the Bank of Wishes after completing Vah Ruta. To have Finley spawn there, she tells you to follow her love letter down Zora River. You eventually find Sazin after some Lizalfos battles. You discover he is nervous to meet the girl, but you convince him to do so. The interesting thing here is they don't look like the same age, like at all. But we know from the Mipha cutscene that
being a Hylian, you looked grown up so much faster than I did.
So this could mean the couple actually could be around the same literal age, just the Zora take much longer to age compared to the Hylians. Mipha was in a similar situation with Link 100 years ago, but the roles were swapped. Link was the one who was young when they first met, but grew up to around Mipha's physical age as time went by.
Once this whole thing is over, maybe things can go back to how they used to be when we were young.
Mipha wasn't just a child during this time, since in a Zora monument, it says she reached the age of receiving lessons from the royal family's order of knights. Now, let's return to the Zora guards from before who greet you at the entrance to the domain. Remember, she's around 100 years old, and her father, who is actually a guard as well next to her, says he is 130. He even remembers swimming with Link when he was a child. Now, this is very interesting. He appears to still be a pretty young or almost middle-aged Zora. It seems he still has plenty of time left, since he's a guard after all. I would guess, myself, that he hasn't even lived half of his life yet. There's even another Zora who remembers calling Link Linny, probably because she was very young back then. But something that is very, I think, also interesting is that she states that she is an adult now. Okay, let's theorize a little bit. I believe Zora begin to get regarded as adults once they turn around-ish 100. Since the Zora guard said, let's just say I'm less than 100, and she doesn't remember Link. For Hylians, I believe it to be 17 for adulthood, since Zelda said,
It says no one is allowed under the age of 17. Vampires are permitted a place upon the mountain.
I theorize that the Zora guards of 100 years ago are now elders nowadays in Zora's domain. Since they despise Link, they must have been front and center to what was going on back then. You're Link! I can finally avenge Lady Mipha! It has been 100 years since you last showed your face here. Now, I, Segan, will cut you down myself. On a side note, this Zora was actually the same one from the one in the stone monument that, as it reads, the whole of the royal guard adored her, especially Sergeant Segan, who loved her as if she were his own kin. So now it's finally time for me to discuss what I believe is the Zora's average lifespan. My assumption would be it varies between 250 to 300 years old on average, and of course sometimes older or younger, give or take. My backing evidence is that Zoras seem to regard themselves as adults around the age of 100, similar to how we do around the age of 18 to 21. Since many Zoras, even middle-aged / to young adults, remember Link, I believe they must live for at least, at the very least, twice the time Link has been gone for. And that's why I believe they live up to their late 200s, and even sometimes they get into the 300s. Well, that's my theory, homies. Hope you enjoyed, and since you made it this far, you're awesome. Seriously, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a good day, and if you're new, well, I'll stop that thought, since I'm sure you've heard it enough on YouTube. It's totally your choice. Time to end this off. Stay hype, my homies. Peace.
If you enjoy the videos on my channel, please consider subscribing, checking out my second channel focusing on movies and TV shows, and my Patreon where you can join in as a guest in upcoming videos, watch new videos first, you can have me join in and collaborate on videos for your own channel, have custom artwork or custom avatars made of yourself or for your channel, and much more.